Today, the FBI said that former President Trump will sit for a victim interview as part of their investigation into his attempted assassination. And for the first time, we're hearing from members of the SWAT team who took up positions to help keep Trump safe at his Pennsylvania rally. They say they spotted the shooter first, deemed him suspicious, and took steps that they say could have prevented the attempted assassination. Those SWAT team members sat down with our senior investigative correspondent, Aaron Katersky, and opened up about the failures.
I remember standing in the parking lot talking to one of the guys, and we just became part of history, not in a good way.
The SWAT team from Beaver County, Pennsylvania, is speaking exclusively to ABC News. One of the team members saying he knew something about the scrawny young man seemed off. He can be seen in this video obtained by ABC affiliate WTAE skulking around former President Trump's rally. And new video obtained by ABC News shows Thomas Crooks moments later, appearing upright on that roof shortly before he was shot. Text messages between local snipers show they noticed Crooks at 4:26 p.m., nearly 2 hours before the attempted assassination that would wound Trump, kill a man, and severely hurt 2 others. "You see me go out with my rifle," one of the snipers texted, "so he knows you guys are up there," suggesting Crooks saw where the snipers were. By 5:14 p.m., they grew suspicious.
Early on, Greg Nickel initially identified him as being suspicious. There really wasn't anything other than kind of a gut feeling, I guess, that sort of drew his attention to him.
He was looking up and down the building and just wandering around, and it just seemed out of place.
Nickel's suspicions grow further when he notices Crooks pull something from his pocket.
I had my binoculars, so I zoomed in, and I was like, that's a rangefinder.
And that sends up a flag in your head?
Yeah, absolutely.
Greg Nickel snapped these photos of the shooter.
We had a text group between the local snipers that were on scene. I had sent those pictures out to that group and advised them of what I noticed and what I'd seen.
What do you think is transpiring once you send in what you've sent in?
I assumed that there would be somebody coming out to, speak with this individual or, find out what's going on.
So how do you know if Greg's concerns about Crooks are being relayed properly?
We don't. We have to assume that when he put that information out to command, that command took that information and did something with it. We don't know if they did.
Members of the SWAT team do not know what happened to the information they relayed, and the Washington Post reports Trump's Secret Service detail complained they were unaware of the warnings. The members of the Beaver County SWAT team described what they consider to be failures of planning and communication that would prove disastrous.
We were supposed to get a face-to-face briefing with the Secret Service snipers whenever they arrived, and that never happened. So I think that was probably a pivotal point where I started thinking things were wrong, because that never happened, and we had no communication with the Secret Service.
You had no communication with the Secret Service at all on that Saturday?
No, not until after the shooting, I believe. Yeah.
And by then?
It was too late.
The Secret Service declined to respond directly, but told ABC News the agency is committed to better understanding what happened and is offering complete cooperation with ongoing investigations.
Was this a failure of communication?
I believe so in a lot of respects. In multiple agencies working together is always taxing, no matter what the problem. I know that we could not communicate with Secret Service or Pennsylvania State Police, or really, in effort, the patrol directly.
The FBI gave new detail on the shooter today, confirming he was a loner with few friends and had an interest in weapons. Investigators determined Crooks arrived at the rally site at 11 a.m., then returned home at 1:30 p.m., grabbed the AR-style rifle and told his parents he was going to a shooting range. Crooks returned to the rally site at about 3:45 and flew a drone for 11 minutes. The FBI said it's working to determine whether Crooks was viewing that drone footage, which could have revealed insights into the security posture. Crooks was able to access that roof by climbing onto HVAC equipment. The FBI says he traversed across multiple rooftops to get into position.
Someone's on top of the roof. Look.
And they're still working to determine how he was able to conceal the weapon until just prior to the shooting.
The suspect is directly above us.
After the gunfire, members of the Beaver County SWAT team rushed to the shooter's rooftop.
The ladder right here.
As seen in footage from Rich Gianvito's helmet camera.
Thanks, brother.
Yep. So we had access through that ladder, got up onto the roof.
And as you're scrambling onto that roof, you don't know for sure whether he's dead or alive, or whether you'll encounter fire.
At that point, no.
So what are you prepared? Are you prepared for a firefight at that point?
We're prepared for anything at that point because at this time we're unsure.
Give me a solid perimeter. Get guys prepped to clear the building.
He encountered the shooter's bloodied body some 400 feet from the stage.
We're clear.
The team believes it did everything it could have to thwart the attack, but accepts its share of failure.
I think we all failed that day.
How so?
Life was lost.
And if there's anything that we could have done to stop that, we should have done.